So this session has two parts. One is the meditation which we will do now, and then after that the Q&A. Let me start with the peace chant first. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness unto light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. What we'll do now, this meditation session, many of you are eager to go into meditation, all the eyes closed. I'll tell you, I'll invite us in when it's time if you want to close your eyes. Right now, just introduce what's going to happen. What we did in the first session, the witness consciousness, the knower of the field, we are going to appreciate that, savor it, see what it's like. And even seeing what it's like is not directly. What I mean is, it is what is called a via negativa, by seeing what it is not. It's like when I put my hand into the light and trying to point out the light by saying, suppose my hand were not there, what would be the light in itself? Like that. The witness consciousness, our real nature, what we are, the knower of the field, that's what we are going to investigate. But it cannot be investigated directly because it's the one doing the investigating. One little note for the Vedanta scholars here. All that we did, this is using some technical words, but some of us, we have been studying Vedanta, so you'll immediately recognize it. All that we did in the first session was investigate the term you in the statement you are that. Tat tvam asi. When we try to understand the Mahavakya, the great sentence, you are that, in classical, scholarly, Pandit type of Vedanta, they use very powerful terminology to encompass all of what we did. Just one or two sentences will convey the whole thing. We need to study the meanings of those words first in order to understand the whole sentence. What's the meaning of tvam, you? What is the meaning of tat, that? In what sense are they identical? That's what we need to understand. And what we did was, in Sanskrit it is called tvam padartha shodhana, the investigation into the meaning or the referent of the term you. And where we ended up is called the tvam padartha lakshyartha, the implied meaning of the term you. The direct meaning of the term you is you, this person, body, mind, this person, Sarvapriyananda, that's me. And the implied meaning, the actual meaning, the resultant meaning, I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a result now. The resultant meaning, that light, that is called the implied meaning of the term you. And that is the end of the whole process. So all we did was move from the primary meaning of the term you to the implied meaning of the term you. In Sanskrit, vacyartha, lakshyartha. That's all. They will express it in two words, what we all did for more than an hour in the morning. All right. Now, this meditation, what's the nature of this meditation? The nature of this meditation is the nose. Remember the nose, catching hold of the nose, keeping it real. So this meditation is what I'd like to call experiential knowledge. It sounds like a lecture, but it isn't a lecture. It's pointing directly to the nose. So please walk with me. When I say these statements, I'm talking about something already present here. Not an affirmation, not positive thinking, not a formula, not a mantra to be repeated. Not at all, not at all. It's more like, look at this cloth. Look, it's orange. Ochre actually. Look. And that way. Don't think about, the Swami has posited a metaphysical cloth which has the property of being orange. No, just take a look. Please take a look. That's all. That's all we have to do. It's just subtle. That's why it's a little difficult. But it's as much present here as the cloth. In fact, more obvious than that. Alright. So experiential knowledge. The moment I say it's about knowledge, one thinks about books and lectures and and thinking. When one thinks about experience, it's like you're seeing something, hearing something, smelling or tasting something, having fun or suffering. That's experience. But this is both. We are learning something new. But all through and through it is experience. It must be experience. If at one point it becomes theoretical, then we have lost it somewhere. Doesn't matter. But it's good to keep it in mind that it's experience. So experiential knowledge. And it's meditation too. It's meditation too. First part of it is just being centered and relaxing. Try to be still throughout the meditation. Don't force yourself. If you have a sneeze, a cough, or an ache, or an itch, you can indulge yourself. Don't fight anything. Just relax. But try to be as still as possible. Then relax the body. Whole body relax. Don't slouch or slump. It is useful to have the spine straight. It helps thinking. That's all. Now, with eyes gently closed, focus at the tip of the nose, the sensation of the in-breath and the out-breath. This is nothing to do with non-duality, just for centering. As the breath flows out, note that I'm breathing out. As the breath flows in, note that I am breathing in. By yourself, by ourselves, let us count to 10. One breath in is 1, one breath out is 2. It's not a race. Don't control it. Don't speed it up. Don't slow it down. Don't deepen it. Don't shorten it. Let the breath flow like the wind. 1 to 10. Now let us notice. Notice that whenever we see something, we are aware. I am aware. When I saw the bouquet of flowers in Swami's hands, I was aware that I was seeing the flowers. And when I saw the orange cloth, what I saw changed. The flowers are different, the cloth is different from the flowers. But the awareness which experienced, which saw the flowers through the eyes, the same awareness experienced the orange cloth through the eyes. We see many, many, many things, shapes, colors, people, animals, sky and earth throughout the day. But it is the same awareness which sees them. That which we see is varied and changing, but the awareness which sees them is the same. And notice, it is the same awareness which hears sounds. Right now, notice, keep it real like the nose. Right now, this awareness is experiencing sound, the speaker's voice. Same awareness which saw the flowers, the orange cloth and everything else, is hearing sounds too. Notice how different a sound is from a bunch of flowers. Different category altogether. And yet, amazingly, it is the same, literally the same awareness which illumined the flowers and which is illumining the sounds. All sounds, speech, music, noise, all are illumined by the same awareness. And so also taste. How many flavors I have tasted. All these flavors illumined by the same awareness which sees colors and hears sounds. So also touch, hard and soft, warm and cold, hard, painful, pleasurable, all kinds of touch, same awareness. And smell, all different kinds of smells, good and bad. In fact, all the senses with their tremendous variety of experiences, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, amazingly, magically, all revealed and illumined by that same one awareness. These experiences come and go, the awareness continues, it's there. The same awareness reveals all my actions. That I am walking, that I am running, sitting, driving, typing on a computer or a phone, speaking, grasping, playing. All of these are revealed by the same awareness which revealed all my sensory experiences. All action revealed by awareness. Same awareness continues. And it is the same awareness which reveals all my inner experiences, my thoughts, my memories, desires, likes, dislikes, pleasure, pain, my enjoyment and my suffering. They're all revealed by the same awareness. All mental events revealed by the same awareness. Indeed, all my waking and dreaming is revealed by the same awareness. Indeed, even the darkness of deep sleep is nothing like, it is just like the streaming white light from the projector which we just saw. If I remove the hand, the light is there, but we can't experience it. Similarly, if all objects are removed, if my body goes to sleep, I cannot experience the world. If my mind goes to sleep and I do not dream, no objects are presented. No physical objects, no the sensory objects, no dreams, thoughts. Then that's deep sleep. Awareness continues, just not manifested. This awareness is called witness consciousness, Sakshi. I'll throw around number of Sanskrit terms, don't worry. I'll translate each one of them. It's just nice to know the terms. This awareness is called Sakshi, the witness. It is that which illumines, watches or illumines, reveals all my sensory experiences, whatever I see, hear, smell, taste, touch. All my actions, my walking and talking and grasping and working and playing and all of that revealed by the same awareness. All my inner life, my life of thought and emotion, feelings, memories, desires, all of them are revealed by the same awareness. All my waking, dreaming and deep sleep are lit up by the same light. This awareness, this witness consciousness. This witness consciousness, I am. This is the knower of the field. And whatever I sense with the sense organs, Whatever I see, feel, hear, smell, taste, touch, that is the field. Whatever I think about, that is the field. Whatever I feel is also the field. I am the awareness, the witness consciousness, Sakshi. Now let us explore this Sakshi. What can we learn about it? Notice one immediate feature of the Sakshi, that it's always there. Sights and sounds and smells and touches and tastes come and go. Awareness is always there. Activities start and stop. Walking, running, working, playing. But awareness is always there. Thoughts arise and pass away. Feelings arise and change and transmute and pass away and subside. Awareness is always there. Indeed, awareness is always there throughout our waking. Otherwise, it can't be called waking. Awareness is there all throughout our dreaming. Otherwise, we would not see dreams. And as we saw, the grand, amazing claim that awareness is there even in deep sleep. Awareness is always there. This is what we note. Unbroken. Unbroken. Always present. In Sanskrit, this is called Nirantara. Nirantara. Without break, without gap. This Nirantara, Sakshi, witness consciousness, unbroken, always there, I am. The claim is, waking passes into dreaming, passes into deep sleep, and then again there is waking. I am always there as this witness consciousness. Days and weeks and months and years and decades, indeed centuries pass away. Bodies may be born and bodies may die. The claim is, I am there. This is Nirantara. Deeper. This awareness is not only always there, but it is unmodified. It's always awareness. Everything else changes. The field is continuously changing. The world is changing, our bodies are changing, our very senses are changing. My eyes, I could see so well earlier, now I have to put on glasses. My ears, I could hear so well earlier, now I have to put on hearing aids. My senses are changing all the time. My mind is changing all the time. Notice how my mind is changing. Thoughts and feelings. This very day, woke up, alert, curious, then some flash of irritation, some expectation, some joy, some intellectual studying and listening to talks, some thinking, some willing to do something, some exercise, all my mind is full of changing thoughts coming and going. But awareness, which experiences those changing thoughts, and the awareness is not changing. It is unmodified. Notice, something can be there without a break, but be continuously modified, continuously changing. A river is there without a break. River is continuously flowing, but it is changing every moment. A river, water, when you stand by its bank, the river is always there. It's always there. There's no break in it. But it's a flow. It is continuously changing. Awareness is not like that. It's always there without a break and without modification. What happens in the world, what happens in the body, what happens in the mind, in the feelings, in the thoughts, those changes are there. They are not in awareness. Awareness is without modification, without change. If it changes, it's an object. It could be a physical object out there in the world. It could be part of the body. It could be something in the mind, a mental object, an emotional object, but it's an object nevertheless. Awareness itself, pure awareness, there is no change. It is the witness of change and changelessness. If there is something unchanging in the world, awareness reveals it. If there is something changing in the world, awareness reveals it. This unchanging, unmodified nature of awareness, in Sanskrit this is called nirvikara. Vikara, change. Everything in the world changes, but not awareness. Body changes so much, from birth to childhood to teenage to middle age, old age, and even death. Awareness does not change. It's neither born, nor does it age, nor does it die. I am that changeless awareness, nirvikara. And as an amazing consequence of this, awareness is not damaged, traumatized, hurt, destroyed. Whatever happens in the world, it can affect the body, doesn't affect awareness. Sickness can affect the body, an accident can damage it, something can kill the body, but it does not affect the awareness, does not damage it, does not kill it. Experiences in the world can traumatize the mind. The personality can be traumatized. Why? A harsh word can affect us so much that we'll remember it forever. But that's the mind, not you, the awareness. You revealed the clean, untraumatized mind, you are revealing, the awareness reveals the traumatized mind. And when the mind goes to sleep, sleeping mind, no trauma, awareness shines. Awareness is not traumatized. Awareness is not damaged. The best of experiences in the world, they can enrich you as a person. They can give you amazing memories. That's the mind, that's the personality. But awareness is neither enriched nor impoverished by anything that the world throws at you. It just reveals. In Sanskrit, this is called Abhyayaha, the undecaying. I am that undecaying awareness. Notice another thing about awareness. The Upanishads call it the light of lights. A light is something that reveals. Just like that light of the projector revealed my hand. A light is something that reveals. So physical light reveals this physical world which is in darkness, revealed by light. But that light does not require another light to show it. The light reveals itself. Even the light requires your eyes. If you close your eyes, the light will remain dark for you. The eyes are the light, of the physical light. But the mind is the light of the eyes. Because if I'm not paying attention what the eyes or the ears or the nose or the skin brings to the mind, it will not be known by me. It will not be revealed by me. So the mind is the light of the eyes. The eyes are the light of the external light. And the external light, sunlight or whatever, is the light of the world. But the light of the mind is consciousness, is awareness. Awareness is the light of lights. Awareness shining, everything here is lit up. By the light of awareness, everything here shines. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. That alone shining, awareness alone shining. Everything else shines after it. The mind shines after it, the senses shine after it, and then the world shines after it. By the light of awareness, everything here is lit up. You shining, everything else, the mind, the senses, and the world shines. By your light, rather by you the light, everything here is lit up. This light of lights, which does not require another light to reveal itself, which reveals itself and reveals everything else. That shining, everything shines. This in Sanskrit is called Swaprakasha, self-luminous. Awareness is self-luminous. In fact, the only thing that is truly self-luminous in the ultimate analysis is awareness, consciousness. Being self-luminous and constantly there, it is directly available to us. To know the world, I need the eyes and the nose and the ears and the skin and the tongue and whatnot, all the sense organs. To know things scientifically, I need instruments, powerful instruments, telescopes and microscopes and particle accelerators that will reveal to me more and more about the field. But awareness, even to know the mind, I need awareness. But awareness itself is directly available to us. That I am aware. No instrument is needed for that. No eyes, ears, nose. Not even the mind. The mind can only manifest awareness. But awareness is self-revealed. Directly available to us. In Sanskrit, this is called aparoksha. Aparoksha. Non-indirect. I am that aparoksha. Directly revealed to us. Not indirect. Aparoksha. This is the nature of pure consciousness. This reveals all my waking, my dreaming, and my deep sleep. It is continuously there. This is the field knower, Kshetrajna, Krishna was talking about. It's always present. I am that. It's always present, effortlessly present, does not require practice. You cannot add to it, you cannot subtract from it. You cannot damage it in any way, you cannot destroy it in any way. Sri Krishna said, it cannot be cut by weapons, it cannot be drowned in water, it cannot be desiccated or dried out by heat, it cannot be burnt in fire or heat, it cannot be blown away by the wind or dried up by the wind. None of the elements can destroy this awareness. This indestructible, immortal awareness, I am. Field knower, pure consciousness. You relax. I am the witness consciousness, the light which illumines all perceptions, all thoughts, all action, all waking, dreaming, deep sleep. Sakshi, I am. I am abhyayaha, undamaged, untraumatized. Yes, the body and the mind can be traumatized. I am undamaged because I am continuously there without a break. Nirantara, I am. And I am nirvikara, unmodified. The body undergoes so many modifications, the mind undergoes modifications. Every moment the world is changing, but I am without modification and change. Nirvikara. I am the light of lights which the Upanishad speaks about. Jyotira Jyoti, the light of lights, that shining, everything else shines. By its light, everything here is lit up. Swaprakasha, self-luminous, I am. And instantaneously, effortlessly, without practice, without choice, choicelessly available directly, all the time, the open secret, that I am. Aparoksha. Whether you believe this or not doesn't matter. Whether you accept this or not doesn't matter. A monk told me a long time ago, 20 years ago in the Himalayas. In Hindi he said, Tum jano ya na jano, tum mano ya na mano, tum hi Ram. Whether you know it or you do not know it, whether you accept it or you do not accept it, you are Rama, you are God in this sense as limitless awareness, this witness consciousness. This one constant light I am. Do not try to be this light. You will fail. You are it. By trying to be something, we are trying to grasp. The mind is trying to become the limitless awareness. It will always fail. You are it. Relax. Just know that you are the knower of the field, the pure knower of the field, the pure awareness, not an object. You are the light itself, not the hand shining in the light. You're just the light. Just relax, you are that light. I found some Celtic music which you can listen to for a few minutes and relax. To that witness consciousness, that awareness, appears this music. And now, to the same witness consciousness will appear silence. Notice the same witness consciousness continues, enjoying the absence of music, the silence for a couple of minutes. Now we will move into the final phase of this experiential knowledge meditation, which is taking it into life, erasing the margin, the boundary between practice and life. This meditation is not restricted to practice alone. Very soon we shall open our eyes and engage back with life again. You will notice no difference at all. The witness consciousness is exactly the same. It is just that eyes will open and you will see many things. It's just that mind will kick in and start thinking many things, feeling many things. Life continues as usual. The witness consciousness, that awareness, is always there. It is the witness of all things. It is unbroken. It is unmodified. It is untraumatized. It is self-luminous. It is choicelessly, directly available to us all the time. It is the open secret. That I am, with eyes closed and with eyes open. We shall repeat Om 3 times. And when I say, I'll invite us all to gently open our eyes. Don't immediately look up, and invite us to look down at your laps when you're comfortable, and then slowly look up. But first, 3 times Om together. Om. When you feel comfortable, you can gently open your eyes, looking down at your lap, at your hands, and looking up when you're comfortable. Notice carefully, there is no margin between that awareness and this life. Let me now present before you one of my favorite verses from the Panchadashi, 15 chapters on Vedanta. sublime verse speaking about you. Masabda yuga kalpeshu gatagamyeshu nekadha nodeti nastametyeka samvid esha swayam prabha. Days and months have rolled by, years and centuries and ages come and go. Many have gone by and many will come. Ages. This sun of consciousness, this awareness, it neither rises nor sets. No deti nastameti. Samvit, awareness, the sun of awareness, which you are. You neither rise nor set. You are ever shining. Swayam Prabha, self-luminous. On you the world depends for light. You shining, everything else is revealed. By your light, the world is illumined. This was always a fact. It is a fact right now. And as that monk told me decades ago in the Himalayas, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, it's going to be the fact. It's the one fact of all our lives. Whether you are spiritual or atheistic or agnostic, whether one is even human or animal or Molly sitting out there at the door, every being is a channel which manifests that light. But you are not a being which manifests that light. You are that light. This is what Vedanta wants to say. Say I am the body and we will age and die. Say I am the mind and it will take you for a wild goose chase every day, every hour of the day. Say I am light, awareness, and you are immortal. You are one with God. Tattvamasi, you are that. Already an accomplished fact. You don't have to become that. You are that. In fact, one monk told me, all of this Vedanta, if you people believe it and if they get it, then comes an urge. I must be that Atman, that infinite consciousness. I must become Brahman. I must become one with the universe. Don't. It's impossible. I'll tell you why, very logically, why it's impossible and why you shouldn't do it. If it is something that is to be achieved, it will be lost. If it is something to be known, that my oneness with the universe, this Brahman, then it becomes an object, a part of the field, not you the field knower. You are it. Just know it. You are it. That's it. Then what should be our effort if I am in trouble? If we are ever in trouble, and we will be, starting now. Notice, I have already identified or limited that limitless light by identifying it with something, either the body, it's usually the body, and the mind. That's all. All you need to see is that that's the field. I am aware of it, I am not it. Just as I am aware of this bouquet of flowers, that doesn't mean I am a bouquet of flowers. So, I am aware of the body, I am not the body. I am aware of the pain in the body. I am not in pain. I am the light which reveals the pain in the body. Just like Sri Ramakrishna says, I am in great bliss. Or the rascal has found me out. Even in the midst of disease, in the midst of sickness, of actual pain. Vedanta is not an escapist philosophy. It takes it, as Vivekananda says, it faces the brute. It faces the brute head on. Pain, disease, failure, shocks in life, ups and downs, you face it head on. It can't hurt you. Never has till now. Look, you're still here. If you at all believe in all of this, then we must have had many, many lives. Births and deaths, diseases and awful accidents and what kind of end we must have come to 1,000 times. I'm still here. You're still here. You're indestructible. Worlds may arise and pass away. As the verse said, ages come and go, and yet many more are to go. You are still here. It says something about you. Your limitless existence. That's why you're still here. And you're still shining. Your limitless light. That's why you're still experiencing life. If this isn't bliss, what is bliss? Not tragedy of life. But if you can convert the tragedy to a movie, then even the most awful movies will become bliss. You can give it a Oscar award. Like, wow, life, that was really a great movie, this particular life. I give you an Oscar award. Let's see what's on next lifetime. I am the light which reveals life. And you can continue in life like this. It totally changes our perspective on life. Vivekananda, he met Ingersoll, Robert Ingersoll, who was in the United States at that time. He was a public speaker. He was known as the great agnostic. And he said to Vivekananda that I don't believe in all your religion and spirituality. I believe in this life. This life is all we are certain of. I believe in squeezing the orange dry, getting every drop of it. This is my life. And Vivekananda said, I believe in the same thing too. Although he quipped, in my choice of fruit I differ. I prefer a mango. But let me show you how to squeeze the orange of your life better. I know I cannot die, therefore I am not in a hurry. I can love all beings as God. Imagine the bliss of that. That the same light shining in all beings. I have no fear at all. Imagine living life in that way. Squeeze your orange in this way and get 10,000-fold more. Get every last drop. It's quoting Vivekananda. All right. This is just the first verse. This is the opening theme. This is not Vedanta yet. It's halfway house. Even more stunning things are coming tomorrow. This is the easy stuff. Already the benefits are tremendous. This is not Vedanta. This is literally, Sankhya would say, why go to Vedanta? I have been saying the same thing all throughout. Field and field nowhere. But the oneness will be established tomorrow. Field and field nowhere is still two. But then Krishna is going to say, this discrimination, discernment, separation, there is nothing to separate. If you have two things, then only it can separate. If two things are mixed up, but there is no two things. And we will see how there is oneness, and how all we did today is the groundwork, is the foundation for the grand non-duality which is to come tomorrow. Now we are open to questions and arguments and pushback. All right. Yes, please.
In that experience, the exercise, there's very much self-awareness.
Yes.
And in deep sleep, it's darkness.
Yes.
So my question is, what's the difference between the experience of deep sleep and the experience of liberation, the river merging with the ocean?
What's the difference between the experience of deep sleep and liberation? If I were to say that deep sleep is the same as liberation, you'd say, okay, I mean, on one side I can see the debit side of it, there's no problems, it's all very peaceful. But I want a little more excitement in my liberation. It's too bland a liberation, going to sleep forever. It's a kind of liberation. You're free from all suffering. I mean, just imagine, it's interesting that a person who is terribly sick and dying, has all the problems in the world, in the ICU, in a hospital maybe, in the intensive care. The moment that person goes to sleep, no problems from that person's perspective. Even the most serious financial health problems on the verge of death, nothing at all. So deep sleep is fine. A monk said that these two states, waking and dreaming, which people are so much enamored of. The waking state is what we are all enamored. That's reality. That's life. No, it isn't. And this dream state, your psychoanalyst is enamored of that and wants to know all about your dreams. But the deep sleep state, nobody cares about. Some neuroscientists might study it a little bit. This monk said, it said in Hindi, Sushupti Mahatmaji vahi gambhir avastha hai. Deep sleep is the most profound and serious state. Aapka jagrat swapna to halki pulki avastha hai. Your waking and dreaming are superficial. They don't matter. Why deep sleep is a serious state? Because it's the closest you'll get in states. Because it's like deep waking and dreaming are states of ignorance and error. We do not know our real nature right now. We don't know we're pure consciousness, we are Brahman. And we know ourselves wrongly. I am body, mind in this world, I'm just this person. So we have ignorance and error. In dreams also, we have ignorance about our real nature and error. We think we are that person, character in a dream, sometimes a nightmare. In deep sleep, no error, but there's ignorance. We do not know our real nature, but we do not know ourselves as a person. We don't know anything at all, just blank. So in one sense, it's a little better than the waking and the dreaming. Only in that sense, but it's not liberation. Sometimes it is spoken of as liberation, but only from the liberated person's perspective. The enlightened person's perspective, from our perspective, it's just darkness. Swami Vivekananda said, a fool goes into deep sleep and comes out a fool. A fool goes into samadhi and comes out enlightened. So, what's the difference? The difference is being awake in deep sleep. We are sleeping in deep sleep, as it were. What is awake in deep sleep? Awake to that which is actually already awake in deep sleep. What's already awake in deep sleep? Pure consciousness, what we are talking about right now. But it doesn't seem so to us. When it does seem so, you are enlightened. When it's absolutely clear, as I am now, I am the same in dreams and I am the same in deep sleep, then you are enlightened. Otherwise, it seems like I am
Aware now, and I'm there sort of in dreams, and I'm not there in deep sleep. That's the mind. Because the mind truly is shut down in deep sleep. That is the task before us. One monk, we had a very senior monk, Dhireshanandaji, who was a great staunch non-dualist, lived in the foothills of the Himalayas in an ashram in a place called Kankhal near Haridwar. So he used to visit some of the great monks at that time. One non-dualist monk he particularly liked was called Bhikshu Shankarananda, who lived on a little cot. He didn't even have a hut to live in. Very austere monk and had only a loincloth and lived on a cot, but he was regarded as an enlightened person. So many people used to go to him. Now this monk, he was asked, you are a great non-dualist, but all the non-dualist people have, Vedanta, have lots of books. Okay? Where are your books? You don't have any books. And this monk replied, oh, I have 3 books and I read them every day. Waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. And they show me and the ever-present luminosity. They're telling me all the time and the ever-present luminosity. That's the value of our waking experiences, of our dream experiences, and the deep sleep experience also. Deep sleep, not absence of experience, it's an experience of absence. Let's learn to think of it that way. Deep sleep is an experience of absence. This is an experience of presence. Things are there. Dreams are also a kind of presence. Deep sleep is an experience, still an experience. If consciousness is there, it's an experience. It's like removing the hand from the beam of light. The beam of light is still there. It's an experience of absence. All of these, waking and dreaming, experience of a thing. And deep sleep, experience of nothing, still experience. If consciousness is present, experience will be there. It's great fun. Just try this. It's a very inadequate simulation of 3 states, but here I am. Let's keep our eyes open, take a look around, be very much in the moment, experience the world. This is called waking. Waking. Now imagine, close your eyes, blanket out the visual experience. Suppose there are no sounds, there are no smell, taste, touch. But we'll become conscious of a vivid inner life, thoughts, expectations, memories, sensations internally. That's like the dream state. Now, strongly visualize to the extent possible, all the thoughts stop, all the memories disappear, all the feelings disappear. Even the sense of ego, I, disappears. Just nothing. That's deep sleep. Still aware. Gently open your eyes. That was waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. States come and go. States belong to the mind. States don't belong to the Atman. Turn a block of gold into a necklace and make it, turn it into a bracelet, make it, turn it into a tiara or something. The ornament don't belong to the gold. They come and go, they flow over the gold. The gold doesn't think, I have a necklace and a tiara and a bracelet. No, no, no. The gold thinks I'm gold. And the tiara and the bracelet and the necklace, they had no existence and no value apart from the gold. Somebody told me, Swami, you have obviously no idea of jewelry. Yes, gold has a value, true. But the real value is in the workmanship and in the brand. It's Tiffany's. In Tiffany's value, you become 5 times, 10 times the value of the gold, 100 times the value of the gold. Value is not so much in the gold. Value is in the name and the form and the craftsmanship and the age of that, the antique value and the jeweler, the Tiffany, the brand. I said, fine. Since your brand has so much value, you keep the sticker. I'll take the gold away. Now, how much value does the brand have? Nothing, 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 nothing. In fact, all the value we put on it by our craftsmanship, all that what Maya works on the world, on the gold of Brahman, existence itself. But all of that depends on the initial ground of it. The ground is the gold. Without that, no amount of workmanship will take. Yes. Someone, yes.
I just wanted to relate here is Sushupti is closer to liberation, following on from the previous question there. Why does then sleep, in the broader sense of the term, refer to more of a tamasic aspect?
Yeah, it's Sushupti is closer, be careful. Deep sleep is closer to liberation in what sense? In the sense, in 2 senses. In one sense that there's no trouble there. It's all okay. But the seeds of trouble are there. Just let that guy wake up. One will wake up as Mother Teresa, other will wake up as Adolf Hitler. In deep sleep, they are the same. In deep sleep, they are the same. So there's no trouble, but the seeds of trouble are there. That's one. And also, as I said, in a more philosophical sense, waking and dreaming are ignorance plus error, double problem. And deep sleep is ignorance alone. In that sense only. But deep sleep is no good for enlightenment. Ignorance can be removed by knowledge. Knowledge comes by inquiry. And inquiry is only possible in the waking state. Some people have got it in the dream state also. A guru appears, some kind of enlightenment appears in the dream state. It's possible. It requires the mind to work. For what? Not for Brahman or Atman, that's always there. But to remove the delusion. The delusion, ignorance is at the level of the mind. So the knowledge must come at the level of the mind. The sun is hidden by a patch of cloud in this atmosphere. So the gust of wind must come in this atmosphere. It is really nothing to do with the sun. Similarly, ignorance and knowledge are play in the mind. And ignorance is there always, but the knowledge can be generated only when the mind is working in the waking state, ideally. That's why Vedanta is always a struggle not to go to deep sleep states. We talk about the deep sleep state, but it's not recommended. Don't go into that. Vedanta is naturally soporific, especially in a warm afternoon. Vedanta Pratu. Yeah. Somebody wanted to ask a question? Yes.
Sorry, just a follow up on that. So, in the baking state, through knowledge and inquiry, you can, live the perspective of Atma or wholeness. But what happens in the dream state? So, do wise people sort of dream as Aqua? Because you can't control what gaze come to you. Sometimes, what perspective.
The enlightened one does not even control what waking comes to you. Similarly, as we cannot control our dreams, the enlightened one also cannot control the dreams. However, once the breakthrough occurs, it's also directly available. Why dream? It's available in deep sleep also for the enlightened one. But it's unimaginable the way it's available for the enlightened one. For us, it's unimaginable. Why? It seems very difficult for us. How can, what happens right now? I got this really cool knowledge from the retreat. I am awareness. I'm sort of convinced by it. But surely in dreams, I can't hold on to it. Why dreams? After the class is over in tea time, I can't hold on to it. So in dreams, I can't hold on to it. Let alone in deep sleep when the mind shuts down. This is the mind trying to be enlightened. The mind is now fascinated. It's trying to be, I am Atman, I am pure consciousness. Tell your mind, use the mind to tell your mind, no, you're not. There's a nice thing. The person cannot be free, but you can be free of the person. Yeah. You can be free of the person. This enlightenment sets you free of the person. Person will still be there. The body will be there. The mind will be there with its personality, desires, mental makeup. It will all still be there. The vehicle will still be there for you, but you are no longer the vehicle. Here's the clue. After this session, every problem, every doubt, sometimes even more insidious, every delight that comes in non-duality, it's all set up by the mind. Be careful. Be very careful. I got it, but now it's gone. Oh, you will all say it. You'll all say it. But immediately note, said who? Does awareness say it or does the mind say it? The mind say it. Can awareness be gone? It can't be. But I forgot it. Who forgot? The mind. It doesn't matter whether the mind remembers it or forgets it. That's an amazing thing. Initially, it matters because it will be useful to remove the ignorance. The ignorance which says, I am body mind. That has to be removed. But ultimately, even the mind doesn't have to hold on to this knowledge. You don't need the mind. You are fine with it and without it. It's a great liberation. Tremendous freedom and lightness. Even when the mind says, you got it, but you lost it. You can say, thank you, I don't need your advice. It is by that very light which I am that this mind is, this stupid fellow is saying you have lost it. You are able to say it only because I am shining on you. I am the light shining on you. Untamed, witness consciousness, unbroken, self-luminous, untraumatized, undamaged, whatever. Stay there, that's it. Oh, I can't stay there. I sometimes slip back into the body, mind, personality. Says who? Mind. I swear, I raise the hand, I'll come to you. Somebody who has not asked the question, let the gentleman there, and I'll take you there and come back. The lady, I think, who raised the hand there? Yes, we'll go to the lady next and then come back. Yes.
Saudi, and let us see that you are then close to the molecule in one body. There's so many scientists there. How close do you find the concept of consciousness there in a creative acceptance? That the reason I ask that this profound knowledge, I wish it was taught even from the day one we don't pass on. Unless they accept it, won't happen. So Anjit has the so many scientists walking on faith and all that.
How close? Not very close, but closer than they have been for a long time. Now we are in a very interesting phase. I can't tell you much about it, but there is a very interesting group I was invited to. The leading, let us say, analytic philosopher in the world. I will not take me. One of the leading physicists in the world. The leading researcher, I can't even, I'm not allowed to give the name of the exact group, is working on AI in the biggest company in the world today. Head of the AI team. Then an artist, a professor of neuroscience, one of the leading professors of neuroscience in the world today. And I am the token monk there. I'm there for the rights. And we have been invited by a mysterious billionaire to get together in a city in Europe, which will not be revealed because we will solve the silence, just to discuss this topic. So it will be 5 days of presenting our perspectives, then fight, argue. I hope one day they'll publish the result, if any results come up. But see, this is what's going on. Interest, there's a lot of interest. Curiosity. Can we get a new approach? Why is it? So a traditional Advaiting or a traditional Tibetan Buddhist Islam would say, why do you need a new approach? Already this is thousands of years old and it's complete and it's delivered so many people to enlightenment. That's great. However, we are children of this age. We have been born, educated. Our worldview is this age scientific paradigm. So we must think anew. Vivekananda says these questions have been asked from immemorial times, back in the Vedas. And it's not that answers were not found. Answers were found. But each generation must ask the question again and discover the answer. And Vivekananda says the answers have gathered strength rolling down the ages. We must make our own contribution. And since we live in this world of science, it must be. Vivekananda says, I'm firmly convinced that the claims of Vedanta must be subjected to the same rigorous tests as any scientific claim. Only there. I remember once, I don't know what you think of Deepak Chopra. He's a good guy. I've met him personally. So, off the stage, so he was on stage persona and was off stage. Off the stage in the green room, he was saying, what these guys are now talking about in consciousness studies, and they're just literally, written lost Vedanta and Buddhism. It's just what we have been saying all along, and they're not giving us credit. I said, it's good that they're not giving us credit. If you say the same thing coming from an entirely skeptical perspective, from a materialistic perspective, and they say the same thing as you are saying, that only tells them your perspective. It's telling them your case. I am not coming from an Eastern Buddhist perspective or a Vedantic perspective. I come to it from the analytic philosophy of mind. I'm coming at it from quantum physics. I'm coming at it from consciousness studies, AI. And I'm saying what Vedanta or Tibetan Buddhism is saying. Well, that's great. Stan Hayeks. He's one of the leading atheists in the world today. It's called the militant atheist. You have Richard Dawkins there, Christopher Richards passed, so as Daniel Dennett. The primary is still there. He's a big public intellectual in the United States now. He's more concentrating on that side. But originally he was this militant atheist. And even he says that was utterly against religion. We think religion is simply bad. He said, even there are these two traditions, Advaita Vedanta and Dzogchen Buddhism, which have the core of that is true. No reasonable mind can deny that. This just strengthens your view. So there is increasing interest. It's still marginal. The mainstream is still solidly materialistic reductions. But that increasingly without ground, without basis, it's shaky now. That's why all the different groups are coming up, raising this topic in different ways. In philosophy, in AI, in quantum science, in neuroscience, this issue is popping up again and again. What is consciousness? It's wonderful to be alive at this time, if you are a Vedantin. I don't know if any particular conclusion will come out of it, but we'll make some progress, I have no doubt. Already, just progress enough. Earlier, 25 years ago, would have been dismissed outright and said, all this is nothing, consciousness will product from the brain, the moment the body dies, brain will die, consciousness goes, finish. Nothing remains after that. A professor was sitting, giving a talk, and he had a bottle of Coke opened before him. He said, according to modern science, we are nothing but this fizzing bottle of Coke. Here's a body with fizzing chemicals in it. That's what light is. Light and consciousness and mind, that nothing else. So from that position, we have moved a little bit. We have moved the needle a little bit. Let's see where it goes. In any case, these are very, very ancient traditions. Tibetan Buddhist, the Buddhist traditions, the Vedantic traditions, all of these, they all work. In fact, why just Buddhist and Vedantic? Every Islamic, Christian, all of these, at their heart, they have these mystical truths. David Bentley Hart, he wrote a book, Experience of God, Existence, Consciousness, Bliss. It's a polemic to defend the claims of religion against the militant atheist. But if you look at the chapters of that book, Experience of God, David Bentley Hart, he is a Christian theologian, Orthodox Christian theologian. If you look at the chapters of the book, 1, 2, 3, Sat Chit Ananda, you read the Sanskrit text, being, consciousness, bliss. And he says this core idea, this is the highest, the deepest idea the religion has summed up with about the ultimate reality. It's there in every religion of the world, and it demonstrates. Except that it's most clear in the Vedanta of Hinduism, of India, or the Sarvapriyananda. So this is where we are now. Then the lady at the back. Yes.
Sorry, Swamiji, just be speaking about Robert E. San Harris. My question was in faith.
Yes.
And you mentioned faith this morning. If somebody struggles with faith, how can that be helped?
Yeah.
Can it be helped?
Can it be helped? Yes, it can. Vedanta can help us. See, faith is not a bad thing. Faith is a good thing.
Yes.
If you have faith, a natural and easy faith in God, you are blessed. But it's increasingly difficult to have that in this day and age. Somebody said, there have never been so many atheists and agnostics in the history of humanity as there are today. For good reason. We live in a world of science. We live in a world dominated by rationality and reason. We live in a postmodern world. Modernism and postmodernism both have dealt huge blows to religion in different ways. So to have faith is a more and more difficult thing. I think just one line I'll give you my response to that. I have found a lot of people, especially young people, come to Vedanta because they're interested in spirituality, but they find it difficult to believe. And then they pick up Vedanta and they inquire and they get a certain clarity and they recover faith. So that's an amazing thing, I think. They go back to being devout, worshipping God in Hinduism or in other traditions, religions also. But Vedanta enabled them to do that. Here you find something rational, something clear, something you could more to delve into it, undeniable, indisputable. And then we go from there, just a little extension, the God of my religion, basically the same thing, with a little bit of wealth and this is. Yes, and then, yes, Pete.
Just we talk a lot about deep sleep right here, and in the Yoga Sutras, it's mentioned as one of the 5 practices. So I don't really understand why that could be a virtue, why there's 5 types of knowledge, really.
Yes.
So normally you would think knowledge is a good thing.
Yeah.
That look, it sounds like it's a virtue. It's a disturbance in mind. So how should we go to, is first of all that deep sleep, or is it being safe in the Yoga Sutras? It sounds like it's deep sleep.
It is deep sleep. Abhava alambana vitti, that the vitti which catches hold of accents. So the Yoga Sutras, the Yoga philosophy has a different view of deep sleep altogether. That's also an activity of the mind. Deep sleep, Vedanta puts it in a different way. It says that it is the shutting down of the mind, the cessation of the activities of the mind going into a seed stage. Mind is still there. It's like a computer. Computers go into a hibernation. If it touches it, it all comes back again. Similarly. But the Yoga Sutra says it's also one of the vrittis. So there's a debate about this. However, it does not materially change the fact that either in the Yoga Sutras or in Vedanta, you are not the deep sleep state. You are the witness of it. Yes. If one more person, I'll come to you.
Yes. This is support. Our question is regarding the six. Like we have the three states under this book set, which is called the Puriya. I know it comes to all these three states like sleeping, deep sleep, dreaming. Or it's like what is it exactly?
Yes, what is it exactly? It's not a state. It's like saying we are waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and we have a state called Turiya. No. Turiya, better not call it a state. We have the reality, which is called Turiya, which assumes a waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. The waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, they are state of the mind, not a Turiya. So Turiya is inner truth. The example of the gold and the ornaments is beautiful. It is the same gold which was made into a necklace and then melted and made into a bracelet and melted and made into a tiara. Now, these three are ornaments. Necklace, bracelet, and tiara. But the gold is not an ornament. The gold is the reality which is appearing in these three states. Similarly, the Turiya, literally the word Turiya means scope. Waker and it's waking, dreamer and it's dreaming, deep sleeper and deep sleep. And the fourth Turiya, but the fourth is not really is the fourth. It is the underlying reality of all these three. Yes. What is it if you add? It's awareness. It exists in awareness. Consciousness, which we just felt right now. Like me, quote unquote, right, sir. Yeah, lapis.
So you just said an example that mind tricks yourself into consciousness.
Yes.
So you need to watch out with. So if mind is played with it, so the consciousness. An absence of mind cannot lead us to consciousness. It can. So then, how do we solve it? Like one mind.
Can you restate the question?
So mind. So for example, like say. So just watch out, like, your mind can trick into believing something that's consciousness. So in other words, mind will trick you into consciousness.
It will not trick you into consciousness. It will trick you into believing that you are not conscious, or you got it and you lost it.
Yes. So what do we do? It's with the mind. We have to work with the mind, right?
Yes. But remember, we are not helpless before the mind. It's the mind which is helpless before you. The mind borrows your light and existence, then becomes this little demon that dances in front of you. It is utterly your creature. It has no existence apart from you. We seem to be dependent on the mind to the extent that we have to work with the mind. The mind says, yes, you better work with me. No. The mind is your service, and the senses are the servant of the mind. Or senior Swami Sarvapriyananda, he cants this verse, a lamentation. Kinkarasya kinkarei kinkaripkrito aham ahaha. Alas, by the servants of my servant, I have been made a servant. I am pure consciousness. My servant is the mind, and the five senses are the servants of the mind. But they are not dominating the mind. The five senses. I want to see this. I want to touch that. I want to eat this. I want to go there. These are the senses. But they're dragging the mind here and there. And the mind is dragging me, in making me that to exude. But I am the Lord of the mind and of the senses. So, yes, your advantage is you are consciousness and you are self-luminous. That's what we saw here. It all depends on me. You don't depend on it for anything. We'll see more of that tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari
Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Panamasit.
I'm sorry, somebody was saying something?
It's just this You told me to remember one person, and she combated it. Then we were many age come back to you, Jiki. So
I don't have that question.
Just repeat the question.
Well, indeed, see,
while it's let go, let and keep it there for you.
Yes. So in deep sleep, one straightforward answer why it is blissful is because it's free of trouble. So that's straightforward for all of us. It is free of trouble for all of us, and we happily go into deep sleep. Very impressive. The greatest of attachment, somebody pointed out, is a young mother with her baby. And even she goes into deep sleep. I think particularly, I don't know what young mothers feel, but they definitely crave deep sleep. So even the greatest of attachment, we are happy to leave behind and go into deep sleep. We crave it, something within a space, the shutting down of this play.
Consciousness equals bliss.
And consciousness equals bliss, that's different. We'll leave that for tomorrow. Bring it up again tomorrow.